Hi there guys, today I'll be showing you how to make a video tutorial for softwaretraining.co.za. Programs we'll be using will be OBS and Windows Zoom. Today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. Software Training website has lots of videos about how to solve specific software problems in real use cases. New videos uploaded daily. Okay, let's start by talking quickly about Windows Zoom and then we'll head over to OBS. So by default, Windows Zoom should be enabled on Windows, and to access it, you would press the Windows button with the plus key. This should zoom in. If it's not zoomed in by default, then just press it again. It will zoom in. Otherwise, Windows key plus minus will zoom out. To exit the zoom, we'll press Windows key plus escape. Okay, next, let's go to OBS. Should be the first result. Go in there. You could also alternatively put in the URL. It will be obsproject.com. Next, we will select for which operating system we want to install. For us, it will be Windows, but you also do get it for Mac OS and Linux. Click on the Windows. It will bring the download prompt. Then you just click Save. And after it's done installing, then we will go over to Setup. Okay, once the program is done installing and you've started it, it will meet you with this auto configuration wizard. We'll select the middle one, optimize just for recording. I will not be streaming. Click Next. You set your frame rate to 30 frames per second. And next. Now, while this happens, we will have to set a few settings afterwards in the actual settings panel. But then once this is done, we can just click here at the bottom, Apply Settings. Okay, next we go to File, Settings, go to Output, and then under Recording Path, this is where your video will be saved to. Recording quality will be the same. Recording format we'll set to MP4. Under Custom Muxer Settings, for Fast Start, we'll be putting in your MOV, flags, FLAGS, equals Fast Start. So FAST, Just zoom in so you guys can see that. And next we'll go to audio. Your sample rate you can set lower, but your program will need to restart. Same with the channel. If you have music, you can leave it on stereo. If you're recording only voice, you can always set it to mono. Then desktop input. This is anything on the desktop. This is what I will record. So in my case, it will be headphones, high definition. And then mic auxiliary audio. This is where your mic input is. So in my case, it's the plug and play. Then next on the video, we want to set our output the same as the base canvas. In my case, it's 1600 by 900. Then the frame rate, we'll leave at 30 frames per second. As we can see on the right, the aspect ratio is 16 by 9. It's very important for it to stay 16 by 9. Then click Apply. Okay. Okay, next up, let's just run through the basic UI that's important to know. On the left here, we've got our scenes. This is what will be recorded. Sources, what is in that scene, so whether it's music or video images. And then our audio mixer, that is the input and the output. Then on the right here, we've got start recording, stop recording. Okay, then let's start with adding some audio. So we're on our scene 1. This will be the main recording you'll be using for the program. So we go click the plus. Then let's go to audio input capture. Let's call this. We go to add existing, mic auxiliary. Then with this one selected, we can either click filters on top or right click and click filters. And then to have a consistent audio throughout the videos, we'll be adding, first of all, noise suppression. To remove some basic background noise, we'll leave that on what it is. Click another one, we add a compressor. A compressor will set the lows and the highs to be closer to the same. So if you speak soft or loud, it sounds similar. The default settings is pretty standard. If you know what you're doing, you can play with that. Otherwise, just leave it. We'll be just focusing on the gain. On the gain output, we'll adjust it. And in the bottom here, you will see the level. We want it to basically just be in the red safely. If it's too far past the red, as you can see, it starts clipping. So we get away is rather safe. If you speak loud, soft, it's very similar. The next thing what we want to do is we want to set a limiter. So even if we speak too loud, it cannot clip. So let's add a limiter. And then now if we speak really loud, you can see it stops there. And if you adjust this one louder or softer, you can kind of adjust the max threshold of the max volume. So if you still too low, you can set it higher. But on average for these videos, try have it just in the red about. Then if you're still struggling with background noise, you can always add a noise gate as well. But for most of the time, I'll just leave this one off. Okay, now next up, what we want to record is the display. So we'll click on the plus, we'll go display capture. This will be your desktop. So we'll just leave it at display capture. Now we've got that infinite loop. I'll disable it now so it's not so distracting. Then over here, display, we want to record. I'm recording my first display. If you have two displays, it's good to run your program on the one display and record all your assets on the other display. So at the moment, I'll leave it on that. Capture crosshair, of course, cursor, make sure that is on. Click OK. Let me just disable display for now so it's not so confusing. So now this is the first scene setup. So our program and everything that's on our desktop will be recorded here. Now what does help is for the intro video for softwaretraining.co.za, it has the animation loop, and so for that to have that be able to cue in with the shortcut key, we can add another scene. Let's call this intro video. And then let's click the plus sign by its sources, and then we're going to go media source. And call this also intro video. Okay, then you want to locate your intro video. So intro video. Okay, then the settings that's important to set off is show nothing when playback ends. With this like this, when it ends, it will go to a black screen, where we rather want it to stay on the last frame. So that way, if you're recording audio over the intro, scripted, then even if you take longer than the animation loop, it will still stay on screen. The rest is all right. We'll leave that as is. Select OK. Now we should see the intro video start. Now my intro video has pre-recorded audio. Because it's scripted, it makes it quicker. So now let me show you how to set that up so the final recording actually picks up the pre-recorded audio. So what we want to do is, with the scene 2 selected, we go to our little gear here on the audio. Then we go to Advanced Audio Properties. And then under the intro video, we want to make sure by audio monitoring, that it is monitor only, mute output. Then under our desktop audio, this is what's we're playing through our monitors. We want to put monitor and output. So now once this video starts playing, it will record its audio as well. Let's do a little test just. So let's say we are on scene 1. We go to scene 2. Today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. As you can see there. I don't know if you hear the audio. Then next, let's set up shortcut keys. So we can, while we're recording our desktop, we can easily switch to the intro video when it's time and then switch back without having to switch to the program. So we'll go to File, Settings, and then under Hotkeys. And then Start Recording, Stop Recording. For my start recording, I go Control-Shift-R and stop Control-Shift-S. So this way you never have to switch to the program. And then for scenes, scene 1, I would make Alt-1 normally, and then scene 2 intro video, Alt-2. So now, same thing. So when you're recording your desktop, you can just press Alt-2, switches to the video. Today's video can be found Alt-1, and you switch back again. Okay, now, and one last note on the structure of the videos. We'll start by having a basic title about what you'll be showing in the video. It'll be rather short. And you tend to start that already being in the program. Then you'll switch to your intro video. That will be the animation loop about, the softwaretraining.co.za. That one is normally scripted. Then you'll switch back to your desktop and you'll start the actual tutorial. That's the longest portion of the video tutorial. And that'll be how you actually accomplish what you mentioned in the title. Then lastly, you'll switch to the website. And then that is also scripted, just explaining about softwaretraining.co.za, what you can find there, and how you can submit if you want to find more videos. So in short, we've got a title, intro, information, then outro again. Well, thank you for watching this video. For more videos like this, visit softwaretraining.co.za. You can easily navigate by software name, version, and select the topic you would like to watch. You search the challenge you're facing. If you do not find the answers you're looking for, you can also submit a request here, so we can make the video for you. Until next time, cheers.